Okay, so now to start the tutorial, you'll see me moving around on my computer screen to show you some different features and how to make the form easy to find and use. So I'm going to open this link, and that takes me, I'm going to minimize PowerPoint, to this tracking form. And the tracking form is found on SharePoint, but I know you have to dig pretty deep to get to that one, so we're just going to click up here on the link itself, and then here's my dog Marty. We're going to take the link and right-click on the link and then drag it onto your home screen, and then you'll have an easy way to get back to the tracking form. So if I open up this one, here we are on the tracking form. So a little bit about the tracking form itself is I'm asking for you to include the first and last name of the student, but the nickname is fine as long as the last name is included. Then you would select their grade level, if they had an IEP or a 504 plan or not. And if they did, you'd also contact or email their case manager to update them that this form was completed. You'd choose the intervention that you used, which is either a blue sheet or a yellow sheet. We included other if you had some other suggestions of other ways we could document intervention. And then you document what Tier 1 interventions you've tried since the last yellow or blue sheet for the same student, as well as Tier 2 interventions. So let me give an example. If a student is constantly getting out of their seat and running around the classroom, I'm going to have them do a blue sheet to start. So maybe I've already retaught the whole class that staying in your seat is expected. I've gone over and retaught to that individual student that staying in their seat is expected. And then I've given them praise every time they've stayed in their seat and really stuck with their work. But maybe I've also changed their seat to make sure they're away from other students who are helping them get out of their seat. I would click on those options and then click down here, Submit. But if I had to go back and make that student do another blue sheet, or now it's time for that student has gotten out of their seat so many times, now they've escalated to a yellow sheet, for example, I don't have to choose those same Tier 1 interventions that I tried. I could choose another set that I tried before the next blue sheet or yellow sheet happened. So maybe the next time I sent an email home to their families, or I had them lose 5 minutes of recess. Maybe I started to use cubes to show them how often they were getting out of their seat. And those would be different ones that you could select the next time you do it. Or maybe you've already taken this blue or yellow sheet to the next level and you've given them some Tier 2 interventions. This question is optional because you might not have gotten to this stage yet and there's nothing that you can check off. And then if we didn't include a Tier 1 or Tier 2 intervention that you used, you could type it in here and then click Submit. So our goal was to keep this form really short, but if it feels too overwhelming to start, you have all these blue sheets that you're giving this week coming up that you haven't had time to enter, you can put them in my mailbox and I'm happy to enter them for you and then give them back to you to put in the students' red take-home folders or to log in your own system. So I want to give you an idea of where this form will take us. So I'm going to click on another form as an example. Okay. The end goal will be that we can see all the Tier 1 interventions we've tried for that student for that sheet, and also, for multiple sheets, and also the interventions we haven't tried. And then at the building level, we can also see the Tier 2 interventions that we've tried for that student and the Tier 2 interventions that we haven't tried. So this gives us a really good snapshot of all the ways we're already intervening for that student at a universal level, and then how as a building we could focus our efforts in different ways at the Tier 2 level. And also this documentation being there will help us more efficiently, hopefully, be able to support the student in moving into a Tier 2 or Tier 3 supports if they need it. Let me or anyone from PBIS know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.